Hi, my name is John Terhune. I'm an attorney by education, but I'm also a best-selling author, and I'm a public speaker. I speak at events all over the world, leadership events, and I've had the great privilege of being able to share the stage with icons of the personal development world, to include Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy, Dennis Waitley, and I've actually shared the stages with multiple United States presidents. I've been speaking now for over 30 years, and I've spoken in front of more than 1 million people. I got a call the other day from a really great friend of mine by the name of Bob Sagar. And Bob was telling me, and you could hear the passion in his voice, about the MasterMind course that he was putting together based on his experiences in life. He felt so strongly about the information that he had gathered over his lifetime that he wanted to be able to bring it out and share it with people to empower their journey towards success. Bob asked me if I'd be willing to give a testimonial about him, and of course I enthusiastically said yes. There are 3 things that really stand out to me about Bob Sagar, as I've known him now for about 10 years. The first one has to do with the fact that he has what I would call hard-earned perspective. Bob, number 1, is a voracious reader. I don't care when you call him, at what time of year, he is deep into some type of book, because Bob understands the concept that learning is an ongoing, lifelong process. He understands the concept that success is a process, and the more that you learn, the more that you make yourself better, the more that you're going to be able to increase the chances of the type of success that you're aiming at in life, and to be able to achieve the dreams, the goals, the ambitions that are important to your heart. Bob is in a constant state of learning, and I have found that great leaders never stop reading. They are in a constant state of learning and expanding their knowledge base from the perspective of other people who have studied the concepts of success. Bob is not only a voracious reader, but his insight that he's able to bring to you, the earned insight that he's able to bring to you, is that Bob is a player in life. Bob has gone out there. Bob has been an entrepreneur literally all of his life. And when you're an entrepreneur, you are learning lessons every single day that the average person that simply goes to work on a day-to-day basis and lives somewhat within a box of knowledge that they have to know to be able to make that job happen, that entrepreneur ends up having a world of experiences that are far beyond the average person. Bob is an entrepreneur, and Bob has gained insight not only from all of his studies over the years, but basically putting those studies into play. Going out there, leading with your chin, being the hood ornament on the vehicle called success, so that he could go out there and actually apply principles. You can have all the knowledge in the world in your head, but if you're not applying them, you're not going to truly understand them. Bob is a player in the world of entrepreneur, and that basically means that he has earned insight not only from intellectual and academic knowledge, but practical knowledge of going out there and making businesses take place. And by the way, that includes successes and failures. Bob would be very quick to tell you he's had great successes, but he's also had failures. And I've learned in my time in life, your greatest lessons are going to come from your failures, and you turn those failures into fuel for greater success in the future, and you will learn that from Bob. The second thing I'll tell you about Bob that I think is really important, it's very important to me, and that is he is integrity-based. When I describe Bob Sagar to people, I tell them he is one of the few people I have met in my life of now 66 years. He's one of the few people I've ever met in my life that I completely trust. I can trust him with my business. I can trust him with my family. I can trust him with my money. This is a man who is absolutely steeped in integrity, and I have a 100% trust in the human being that Bob Sagar is and the integrity that he brings to life. See, when you have that type of integrity, it tends to bleed over into all of the other parts of your life, to include business. It's not just about personal relationships. When you have integrity, it basically touches, transcends all of the areas of your life, and that includes business. And I think Bob is one of the most integrity-based people that I know. The third thing I'll tell you about Bob that I absolutely love is that he's very strategic. When Bob takes in information and gathers information, he is able to create action plans for people probably better than anyone I have ever seen. He is a thinker, he is a doer, and he is very strategic in his approach, not only to life, but very specifically accomplishing things that are important to you. My guess is that anybody that is contemplating his MasterMind course, you have dreams, goals, ambitions, they're very important to you. And Bob understands goal achievement. He understands what it takes to make happen in life, to be able to accomplish goals. He understands discipline, he understands habits, and he understands how to be able to apply daily discipline, daily habits towards a vision and a mission in your life to be able to accomplish what it is that's important to your heart. And I'll repeat something I said earlier that I think is very important about Bob, because he really gets this, and that is you can have all the intellectual knowledge in the world if you're not willing to go out and apply it. If you're not willing to go out there and risk failure in the application of that knowledge, you will never accomplish what you're able to accomplish and the potential that you have within you. Bob understands that, and he can help you put together a strategic plan for your life and then put you on the road to accomplishment of the dreams that are within that plan as the result of his strategic laying out to you of daily habits, of daily disciplines that are going to be critical. The reality is we tend to be as good as the people that we hang around with. I always want to hang around with people who are in the game. They are playing the game. They're out there. They're taking chances. They are risking. They are applying principles, and they're learning from that. That is Bob Sagar. And I can tell you the last thing I'll tell you about Bob, you are going to get so much more value than what you paid for in this course. It's going to be immeasurable. I believe that the time that you spend with Bob will become what I would call pivotal time. You will look back and realize that was some of the most important time. That was some of the best invested time that I've ever done in my life, because Bob changed my perspective. And ultimately, when you change your perspective and then basically throw your heart over the bar in pursuit of what it is that you want in life, knowing that you've got a strategic partner in someone like Bob Sagar, your dreams have just become a reality. It is not a matter of if, it now becomes a matter of when. I highly encourage your attendance at Bob's fantastic MasterMind course. You'll be glad you did.